In this video, I'll guide you through how to create non-destructive cutout text in Affinity Designer. By the end, you'll know how to make text that looks like it's punched out of a shape, while still keeping everything fully editable so you can tweak it at any time. First, open the Affinity Designer app on your computer. Go ahead and create or open a document where you already have a shape, or quickly draw one using any of the shape tools. This can be a simple rectangle, a circle, or even a custom shape. The important thing is that you have some sort of solid object that your text will appear to be cut out of. Next, look over to the toolbar and select the Artistic Text tool. This is usually represented by a capital T icon. The Artistic Text tool is ideal for headlines or decorative text, which makes it perfect for this cutout effect. Once it's active, click once on your canvas to set a starting point for the text. Type the word cutout in all caps or whatever word or phrase you'd like to use. Using all caps often gives a bolder, stronger cutout effect, but you can choose any style that fits your design. After typing the text, highlight it and pick a font that's fairly thick or bold. Wider letter forms tend to create a more convincing and readable cutout look. Adjust the font size so that the text is roughly the size you want compared to your shape. Now fit the text into the shape. Click and drag the corners of the text bounding box to resize it and move it into position on top of your shape. Try to center it or place it where it feels visually balanced. You can also adjust tracking or spacing if your letters feel too cramped or too far apart. At this stage, think about how the letters interact with the edges of the shape. You generally want enough margin around the text so it doesn't look like it's touching the sides unless that's an intentional design choice. Once you're happy with the placement, look to the right side of your interface in the Layers panel area. There, you'll find a drop-down that currently says Normal. This is your blend mode menu. Click on that normal drop-down to reveal a list of different blend modes you can apply to the selected object. Scroll down through the blend modes until you find Erase and click it. When you apply the Erase blend mode to your text, it effectively tells Affinity Designer to use that text as an eraser on whatever is behind it, instead of simply drawing solid letters on top. This is the key to keeping the effect non-destructive, because the text itself is still just a layer with editable properties. Now, move the text outside of the shape on your canvas. Don't worry if the effect seems to disappear for a moment, we're just preparing it for the next step. The text is still set to erase mode, but we need to tell Affinity Designer exactly which object it should be erasing from. On the right side in the Layers panel, you'll see a list of all your objects, your shape, your text, and possibly a background. Click and drag the Erase Text layer so that it sits inside the Shape layer. You'll know it's inside when it becomes indented under the shape. When you release the mouse, Affinity Designer treats the text as part of that shape's hierarchy, using it to cut out the letters non-destructively. Now you have a clean, non-destructive cutout text effect. You can still edit the font, wording, size, and position at any time simply by selecting the text layer and making changes, and the cutout will update automatically.